Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. I know it's been like a few days since I've done one of these like playthrough videos. Just been a little bit busy trying to decide which sort of content I want to do and what I feel sort of, I don't know, like what I should do kind of thing. But yeah, I've continued where I left off, which is quite good, so it's not like confusing. It's not like I sort of went off and haven't filmed it and stuff, so I just sort of keep going with the main mission and stuff, which is quite good. This bit here is quite a good room to fight people in. Like, I find it quite fun. There's a AR mission which I think I'll post in a few days, which is like an endless one where you can do it as like different characters and stuff, and I find it really fun. You can sort of just do whatever you feel like with the enemies and stuff. There's lots of different enemies. There's like ninja ones, the medic ones, shield ones, which I don't think I've come across yet in the main story just yet. I don't think so. I might have. I might be wrong, but from my memory I don't think I have. But yeah, there's like a few different enemies, and then like gun enemies come and stuff, so you've got to sort of take them down differently and stuff. But yeah, it's quite fun. I think I'll post that next. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll sort of come in and out like the last video I did. Not that many people have checked it out, so check it out if you're interested. It's just like the bit before this in the story. It's sort of like when you start getting into the Ace Chemicals building, which is quite fun. Like, it sort of shows the more of the mechanics in the game and stuff, which is quite good. But yeah, so this is up to the... I don't think I get out of the Ace Chemicals in this bit, in this video. But yeah, I hope you guys sort of, enjoy.
Worse, Jim. But I'll stop him. You have my word.
So here we have quite a big sort of tank battle, which might be another reason why people don't really enjoy the tank sort of sections, is it's quite hard. I'm on hard difficulty during this playthrough anyway, but I still found it, like, I kept getting hit and stuff, and I wasn't used to it. It's been a long time since I played in the Batmobile, but I was just trying my best really, but I ended up doing it, I think. First try, which is alright, but I did get hit a few times, which isn't great. And as you can see, I'm hitting it with the alt fire, the machine gun, more than the other gun, because it doesn't have that like reload as much, and it's like constant damage rather than like damage then wait a second, then damage then wait a second. But I find this bit's not too bad. Unlike my first playthrough or second one, I found it quite difficult, but as I played it a few times I sort of get used to it. And I looked up at the top here, I think I did look up, because I remember you could see the Arkham Knight just standing up there. I don't know whether or not I'm completely wrong, I probably am, but I remember seeing him stand up there, like looking up and just seeing him standing up there, because he escaped from the helicopter, but he's not there now. And you guys might be able to tell the video looks a little bit different. if you guys have looked at my last video, it's sort of like this, very saturated. I have put a filter on because I find it looks a bit more colourful, because I'm playing on like normal, sort of like a normal telly. It hasn't got any 4K or anything like that, so it looks a little bit not as good as like modern monitors and stuff like that. It's quite an old telly, so I thought I'd put a filter on it to make it look better and more appealing for people. So I hope it sort of makes a difference. Like, I can tell with looking at this video compared to other videos I've done a few weeks ago, it does look very different. But hopefully it's like a plus, like colours are more sort of bright and they look more like they should, which is quite cool. But yeah.
Is the strike team ready? I'm with them now. The asset is a crucial element of my plan. Do not disappoint me. I never disappoint.
What do you think they're planning?
First, we need to focus on stopping scarecrows. Then I'll deal with the night.
Batman, I think I found a weakness in those drone tanks. I'll investigate and report back soon.
I think he took out our tanks. Are you sure? Maybe our tank took out his tank. What tank? Robot. Says it's a car. Then why is he saying tank? I don't know. I hear it's a big car. So what now? Just...
Batman, we made it back to the precinct. God knows how. There are tanks everywhere. The bastards must have been planning this for weeks.
Dig in and do what you can, Jim. I'll deal with them as soon as I've stopped the explosion.
We're all counting on you, Batman. We'll get through this. I know we will.
This bit coming up, I don't know why I drove into the wall. There, I went a bit mad. But this bit here, I remember the first time I think I've ever played the game. I used to be quite sort of a very passive gamer. I didn't sort of go for the sort of the aggressive plays and stuff, which you might be able to tell with certain ways I play anyway. But at the start, I used to sort of like put the quick gel, the explosive quick gel thing, on the floor to make them like run into it, and be very like careful with it. And it sort of like made me die because I wasn't using the stuff properly. Like here, I'm using the environmental takedowns because it just gets a free elim. And like using my takedowns properly and stuff and counters and stuff. But my first playthrough, when I first played this game, it was just like I didn't actually pay attention to any of it. I was sort of like mucking around a bit. I didn't really like focus that much. Whereas now I sort of know a bit more what I'm doing with like the hours I put in, and like I'm older now. Like I would have not known as much when I first played the game. It's just sort of a nice memory, I guess, to think back. But yeah, it's very fun, like with knowing, you know, these sort of different things you can do and stuff. It's a lot of fun, like that with throwing an enemy into somebody else. I probably never knew you could do that and things, and I'm still sort of figuring out little things, which is pretty strange with it being out for quite a long time and having played it for like almost 4 hours or so. But I think it's quite. It shows that, like, even with that time, you can still sort of be surprised and sort of, I don't know, like it's sort of ever changing type thing, which is quite cool. And yeah, I thought you could drive through, but I was wrong. And this, I don't know whether or not I saved it, but I think I did it wrong. Because I'm kind of used to, not easy, I'm sort of used to the normal gameplay, like with stealth and things. But I think I just sort of rushed it like I would with a normal play, like I would do with my normal like shorter videos. So I was sort of thinking a bit more outside of the box, because this is like a starter stealth mission. I was trying to sort of do it differently. So I was waiting to get this guy just to make sure he gets knocked by it. And I was sort of rushing through it to make it a shorter video. But as you can see here, that guy moved around, so I couldn't get him. And he's already hit me low anyway. And I think somebody else shot me. Yeah. I think I died the first or second time with this run through, which is quite bad. It shows that I haven't actually focused that much and learnt. But I think it's just normal, like it would happen to anyone. And it shows that I am like a real person, not just sort of like some robot playing a game. But I should have been a bit more careful there. But, you know, we can always improve. Like, you know, it's a normal thing. But yeah, I just sort of did the same thing that I started with, taking this guy out. And then taking the other guy out with the explosive gel. And then going to the left side, well, the left side of me. And yeah, the left side of me there instead of the right, because it's a bit, sort of, people are a bit more like together over there. So yeah.
I need to stop the chemicals being loaded into the mixing chamber. Once I clear the room, I can focus on stopping the explosion.
This stealth room isn't actually too bad. I just found it a bit sort of, I don't know, funny for some reason. I don't know why. I think I glided and it didn't let me go up, which is a bit annoying. And then I could take these two out as well, which is quite good. You know, just get 2 quick takedowns. And then get that other guy who I knocked earlier. I was still doing his job. But, yeah, if you guys want to comment any games you suggest for me to play or anything like that, my PlayStation, like, gamer tag, but it's not gamer tag's more of a Xbox term, but like account is the same as my YouTube username and as the same as my Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, but you guys can see what other games I have. I have quite a few games if you guys wanted to pick from there. I might do like a community type thing on my Instagram, sort of like pick out of the 4 and stuff. But yeah, I'm sort of having to think of what things I could change, maybe have different content and stuff, but yeah, just sort of switch it up a little bit, maybe get, I don't know, a few people who may not like this Batman content, but like other games can watch or whatever. But yeah, just like if any of you guys have any ideas, just put it in the comments, or I don't know, DM me on Instagram or whatever. Have a look at my PlayStation. Add me if you want to play or anything. I don't mind. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I don't think I'll say much more because the rest of it's just the story, and I think there's like only like 10 minutes left of the video or something like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
That doesn't matter. Find her, Alfred.
Neutralizing agents deployed.
Also, guys, this bit is actually quite a interesting scene. Well, I say scene. It's quite a long scene where you're taking these canisters. You can't really move them that fast because that green light, it goes all the way around if you're moving way too fast. So you've got to move really slow, so it sort of longs it out a bit more. And you, as the player, you're worried about, you know, what's going to happen, because at the start of the game you hear about Batman being, you know, killed, like dying and stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm guessing this is where he dies. And it's a very sort of, you know, you're paying a lot of attention to it. What's quite cool is this, like, as let's say you, like, as I'm doing this in the video, the room sort of changes as the more of these canisters you put in, the more of, like, the building gets a bit sort of worn down, which is very, like, cool, especially for a game that came out in 2015, so it was getting made prior to when it came out. It's very impressive, you know, like the sparks coming from the computer. And I think after this, I don't think it's just yet, I think it's the next canister, but like other things in the room are changing and stuff, you know, getting torn and or falling or whatever at that point. And it's very, very cool. Like, you see the water going up, not the water, like that lamp bit, the light falling. That's what I was going to talk about. So like certain things like that, you know, to sort of make it feel a bit more real. Like, you feel like you are Batman in that position. You know, you're going to save, you know, Gotham, reducing this, you know, explosion down to save lives. But your life is the cost. You know, it's not like you can just easily run away. You're locked in there for one, so you've got to do this. And obviously you want to save as many lives as you can. So it really puts you in his, like, shoes. You know, it feels like you've got to do this because it's the moral thing to do. Like any, you know, good person would do this. You know, save the lives of people and stuff. And that's what Batman embodies, is that sort of, you know, yes, he is the Dark Knight, but at the end of the day, he does care. And then this is the freak bit, which was very interesting to see at, like, the first time I played it, and then it's sort of like, oh, what happens now? And this is quite cool. What's interesting is I'll say it in a minute or so, but this is quite cool actually. This part is actually quite interesting, but I'll let it sort of play out and let you guys sort of see it.
Great. How the hell am I supposed to get in?
Voice pattern analyzed. Identification confirmed. Welcome, Commissioner Gordon.
Unbelievable.
So as you guys could see, we're playing as Jim Gordon, well, Commissioner Jim Gordon, and you're going into the theatre where I was, I think, last video. I had to get the Batmobile on top, and power a satellite up so we could figure out where the toxin was from. So you're actually going inside it now, and you're like, oh, wonder what's here. And as you can see, it's sort of like a bat cave. There's chambers and stuff. I did take a little while sort of wondering what I had to do, because it's been, like as I've said before, it's been a little while since I played the story. So I thought you could go to the computer straight away, but you can't, which is a little bit annoying. I thought it glitched, but it didn't. And then you find out that Batman's keeping people in this theatre, and from Jim's perspective, who you're playing as at this point, he's sort of trying to figure out why. And as you can sort of tell with these like characters who are very, you know, feel real in the universe, like they sort of make sense, is that they've, you know, them two have green hair, and you know, they sort of have a trait that, you know, the Joker has and stuff, and is sort of trying to piece it together. And yeah, and what I didn't know, which was, I only found this out when I played it this time round, is that, wait, hang on, I'll wait for it to come up. I'll say it when I realised it, but I thought this was after what I just played in the Ace Chemicals, but it wasn't, because I'll let it load, because then it won't really make much sense. But that batsuit, so there's Batman there now, that batsuit is the Arkham City batsuit which you first start the game in, and I never realised this until when I took this video like a few days ago, is that this is based before the story, and I didn't know this, and I was actually quite interested about it, because I originally thought, oh, that's the continuation of what's happened, or it happens sometime in the story or whatever, but it actually doesn't. But then it makes a hell of a lot of sense, because then you're not going back and forth with the story and stuff. You know, this is what happened before the story, and then, you know, it's not sort of doing a big cut, like, wonder what happened to him in Ace Chemicals and stuff. But it sort of makes a hell of a lot of sense. And then this is what, like, explains sort of what these people are doing there and things, and yeah. But yeah, it was quite interesting. I mean, I must have been stupid. Like, I think I was just playing the story and skipping a lot of these cutscenes because I knew the story anyway. And it's been a while since I've seen this bit. But yeah, I only really realised that the other day, which is actually quite crazy. But yeah, I think I finished the video in like 40 seconds. But I thought this was the good bit to end it on, because you're sort of still intrigued about what happens to Batman, which I won't spoil because it will happen in the next video. And yeah, it's a good place to end it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you've watched it all, that'll be good. You know, thankful for it. And if you enjoy, hit a subscribe and like the video if you like it. But yeah, have a good day or evening, and yeah, see ya.